I'm gonna lock this door here, so
Okay.
sometimes you get people trying to come in.
All right, guys, we made it inside.
It might be a little warm in here.
It is
We don't turn the air on. Or
very hot in here.
yeah, it is pretty warm. It's been in the 90s here, which is pretty unusual for this time of year for us.
Right.
Like 30 degrees hotter than what it should be.
Really? What's up, everybody? This is Drew, John,
What's up?
DJ Paranormal, DJ Acid Burner Paranormal, my bad. We're here at Bobby Mackey's about to start our investigation. Sorry if we look a little hot and bothered. It's really, really hot in here. We'll get down to this investigation here in a minute. Remember, don't hate, investigate. Stay tuned.
We're like you guys. We travel all over and go to places like this. And again, we're very fortunate to have
We're here in the pool room, Bobby Mackey's. They are setting up trigger objects. So they 4 months ago had this ball or a ball fall into the pocket. It's never happened before. So maybe things are getting a little thicker here.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
I could feel it as soon as I walked in.
Yeah.
So it was actually when we were standing here talking, I thought I saw someone standing there right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So in this area as well, we have seen what we would consider a full-bodied apparition, like someone just as solid as you and I standing here.
Really?
Was not transparent. They weren't floating. They weren't misty, kind of see-through.
Yeah.
This was a dude leaning up against the pool table, wearing a red T-shirt and some dark blue jeans, just kind of looking down at the floor.
Wow.
Modern clothing. 1 second was there, next he's gone. Which was pretty creepy as well.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, the electricity is not on back here. I do have to flip a switch.
Okay.
This Bud Light light right here, in the past 6 years, it's only flickered once, and that was for me about 4 years ago. I was back here with a priest, a Catholic priest, and it started to flicker. And
Wow.
he was, he got sick, he became very ill, had to sit down. And then as soon as that stopped flickering, the light that's on above the stage turned off and didn't come on for the rest of the night.
Oh, jeez.
But the same night that the ball went into the pocket of the pool table, that flickered.
Oh, really?
4 seconds, and then it went out. Yeah.
See, you guys hear that? There's no electricity in this part. So if any lights come on, anything flickers, it's not due to the electricity, it's off.
We'll hear footsteps quite often back here, and a lot of the groups that are here, they'll use their REM pods and geophones and stuff like that to pick up those vibrations. So you'll hear the footsteps, then all of the equipment starts to sound.
EMF
an alarm.
meters would be a good one to use here.
Yeah, so it gets
EMF?
pretty heavy
Yeah.
back here. It really does.
Cool.
So that's this area here.
All right.
And then we can move on to a different area because I know you guys want to get started. I've had something thrown at me against this wall right here.
We're used to that. Stuff gets thrown at us like crazy.
Be careful you don't trip. Yeah, I had a police officer from St. Louis with me, and let me tell you, he wigged out after that. He was like, whoa, this is crazy.
We're getting used to it now.
And I was like, he did.
It's like,
Let's go this way. We'll go this
Okay.
way.
it's more like the
Be careful,
poltergeist
there's a
activity in the sugar mill is ridiculous. It is out of control.
Oh.
The only bad part about it is we gotta sneak in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but it's like 5 floors and 3 buildings.
Gotcha. Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
pretty big.
Yep.
Well,
There
so
it is.
obviously here's the stage. Unfortunately, the stage is part of the house rules. We're not allowed up on the stage or behind stage,
fine.
unfortunately. We do quite often hear footsteps back there. We've also heard what sounds like a woman humming or singing coming from that area. You'll see shadows pretty much all over the top floor. You're going to see shadows, but quite often you'll see some kind of dart off into the door on the right.
Where does Carl hang out at? I know all about him.
So this table right
That's the
here.
table?
This is one of the tables that he has been spotted. Now,
Which
can't say
one?
100% for sure. in the chair that's right here, this one, the very first one right there, that's the one that he was spotted sitting at.
This one here?
Yes. Anyway, the ladies, the two individuals who saw him were here at different times, so they'd never met each other, and they both kind of just zoned right in on this table and this chair, and they both described him as, you know, having the glasses and the thick mustache and
long hair,
My
staring in
phone
that
is
way.
actually burning right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
His voice is stuck in my head. It always has been. When
Oh,
he was
yeah.
screaming and hollering during the exorcism.
Right.
That-
Yep.
yeah, that
One
was.
thing, as we went around in the back of the building, we heard him screaming.
He was screaming at us already when we got here.
Oh god.
Through the back. Is his apartment back there?
It's upstairs.
That's it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's upstairs, and we'll definitely go up there.
Okay.
Wow.
My
Yeah, but he
phone
was screaming
like
at us
burning,
outside.
right?
Oh,
Through the
gosh.
building. Because I knocked on the door and I was like, hello, is anyone
Yeah.
in there? And then next thing you know, he started hollering.
He would also refer to himself as Charlie, so sometimes we try to communicate with Charlie as
Okay.
well to see.
Cool.
So, but in here, you're also going to feel like
Roller coaster ride.
it's it's an uneasy feeling, and then there are times like if you're sitting down and you're real still, you'll feel the floor moving underneath you, like someone. You can feel the floorboards moving, like someone's walking past you. It happens quite a bit, actually. Again, shadows. We've had experienced this, but I wouldn't really call this an orb, but she and I, when we were here years ago, two other people were here, we actually saw a blue ball of light just appear in this area.
Really?
And it was light that was eliminating out from within itself. It had its own light source. And it was a very bright, almost like a neon blue. That's how bright it was. And it just kind of appeared, and it grew a little bit, and it floated there for a little while, and then it just kind of
Sounds like an angel.
It was very odd. And
How'd you feel when it was there?
well, we didn't know what to think. It was just
Like your feelings. Was it scary? Was it?
no, not really scary. We were just like in awe, you know, just very curious. And so we tried to debunk it. We couldn't debunk it. We tried every way in the world to do that. And not that long ago, we've had a couple of other people say that they have also seen a very similar blue ball of light in other parts of this building,
Really?
which was kind of validating because we never told anybody about this.
No.
Wow.
All right, so we'll go around this way. You may see some car headlights
Yeah. I was
right
just
around in this
noticing that.
area. Okay. Now up here, be careful, watch your step. So this is the actual area where Carl had the exorcism
Oh,
done
okay.
on him, was up here. So I have gotten some really good EVPs up here, female voices. Feeling like you're being touched up here occasionally, that happens.
Okay.
We have seen some shadows up here, even when cars are not passing by. There's no light source coming from outside in the windows, and some really odd shadows have come around up here. So yeah, just kind of watch around here. You might pick something up
Which
out
table
here.
was he sitting at?
Honestly, at that I couldn't tell you.
It was just a two-person table, I remember.
Yeah, I'm sure it was probably one of these.
Right.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Not real positive. I just know it was up here in this area. All right. So that's pretty much that here. Now, when you walk down this, see how that creaks like that?
Yep.
When you're down in the basement, there are times we hear that up here.
Really?
And we'll
Wow.
hear the footsteps walking in this area. So yeah,
Awesome.
and it gets pretty creepy.
I'm so excited.
Men's restroom is back there. I point that out only because there used to be a trap door at the end of this hallway.
Okay.
This is the area where Nick Groff, when he was with Ghost
The bangs.
Adventures, right, and he
That's
takes
right.
off running, and Zach's yelling, "Dude, stop running!"
Stop running!
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's back there. You guys are welcome, obviously, to go back there.
Okay.
Nice.
Through here, Bobby's wife Denise, she has encountered a tall figure shadowy figure that will make its way down towards this end of the bar and just kind of disappears.
Okay.
And then the bartenders and the waitresses, they sometimes have these experiences where they feel like they're being touched as they're working. We even had one bartender who ended up with a lot of scratches all over her arms and what looked like bite marks on her legs at the end of the night. So yeah, creepy stuff.
Nice.
This corner here, this is where Carl used to hang out.
Okay.
The red chair there, that's Bobby's wife. That's her reserved stool. And then that's, next to that is where Carl used to hang out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's pretty much it, the gist of it.
Okay.
Gosh, I could talk all night about all this.
That's all right.
But we'll go up to the apartment if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we'll go this way here.
And the basement is where?
But downstairs, we do have to go outside to get to the basement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go in this little hidden door here. Okay. And if you're carrying any kind of sensitive equipment, it's probably gonna pick it up from all the security system and stuff that's right there.
Okay.
So these stairs are the stairs that Bobby's first wife, Janet, was pushed up when she was pregnant.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Hi, Carl. So this is the old apartment.
Hey Carl, this is John and Drew. Came to give you a visit. Hopefully you don't mind us being here.
This, as you can tell, no one has lived here for quite some time. It's probably been 25 years. Yeah, it's pretty warm.
Nah, heart's racing like crazy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So yeah, no one has lived here for a while, so the elements were kind of taken over. But this used to be the VIP area of the Speakeasy when it was operating as a casino.
Nice.
And of course there was a hotel that was attached to the building. They ran a brothel out of that hotel, and there's a doorway that's right behind you. From what we understand, that's the door that they would use to bring the ladies in, for for the VIP guests.
Right.
So up
What's
here,
these cigarettes about?
well, people just leave them for Carl. Just to show respect.
Yeah.
Kind of, just kind of pay homage to him. But
Right.
and this is actually one of the old the poker tables. You can see some of the old
Yeah,
felt.
that's cool.
Yeah. The dealer's box and stuff like that.
Nice.
So as far as any kind of experiences up here, any activity, I've had some EVPs that sound dead on Carl. I mean, just dead on him, but I've never really seen much of anything up here. But a lot of people have. A lot of people have had some pretty negative experiences. Unfortunately, I haven't. To me, it just feels very sad, very melancholy.
I feel okay, actually.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little sad, but I mean, I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
okay.
Still waiting for something to move the little bell there, but...
That was one of my experiments I was gonna do.
Oh, yeah? Well,
There it is. All right,
There we
cool.
go. But
Yeah.
but yeah, some people come up, they'll do some EVP sessions, as you can see, if you can stand the heat.
Yeah, we'll do whatever it takes.
Right?
What are these for?
So, bingo board. So this, once the speakeasies closed, they opened up a senior citizen center here for a while, and so the old
okay.
people, the elderly had some bingo going on. So, yeah. All right, so you guys are welcome to come up here.
All right, cool.
If
Thank
you need
you.
a light switch, there's one right here.
Oh,
You are not gonna hurt nothing. Do
I'm
not
sorry.
worry about that. No worries.
I was like, oh no.
Yep, not gonna hurt anything.
All right. I'm always trying to be mindful of my steps, and then I step on stuff.
Well, I mean, it's laying on. It's just. I don't know. I don't want to say garbage, but it's really nothing. It's just laying on the floor up there.
Right.
All right, so I will go to the bar, get my keys, and we'll go down to the basement.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
This is gonna be awesome.
Right.
I'm so excited. Guarantee you we'll make.
I leave my jacket here, right?
Absolutely, yeah. There won't be anyone else in the building, just you guys.
Okay, cool.
Okay, got my keys. All right.
You are very awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, don't know. I'm so glad you guys got to come considering the circumstances.
Me too. Why is the ATM open?
So people, long time ago, a few years back, someone actually tried to steal it.
Oh god.
So at the end of the night on Saturday night, Bobby just empties it.
That's good.
Just, if you want to empty ATM machine, go for it. You know what I mean? So
People are so ignorant.
yeah. Okay.
Okay guys, we're making our way out to the basement now, get some fresh air a little bit.
Alright. I'm gonna lock it behind us. That way we know no one's coming in. So if we hear some footsteps downstairs,
All
they're
right.
not ours or anyone we know.
Love it, I love it. Yeah, that sugar mill is ridiculous.
Wow, that sounds cool.
I can give you a count of over 22 rocks, stones, bricks thrown at us in the last couple
That is
weeks.
crazy. Did it actually hit you?
Yeah, and you can hear them coming. They're like,
So they're actually being
whipping
with
them.
force.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're whipping them at us. Basement of Bobby Mackey's.
Wow.
It's beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Pretty crazy. Yeah. Welcome to the basement.
Thank you, thank you. So cool.
Okay. Well, so you guys probably heard the story of Pearl Bryan, the young lady who was decapitated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her head was never found. It was supposedly dumped in the well, and the well's back here.
Okay.
So just watch your step through here. There's a loose board right here.
Wow.
This is amazing.
All right. And right over here is the actual well. As you can tell, it's filled in. They did fill it in with dirt. From what we understand, several years back, people were trying to get into the building through the tunnel system, so they had to fill it in.
Really?
Yeah. Here to my right, this is what people like to call the stairway to nowhere.
What is that about?
So remember I mentioned upstairs back by the men's restroom there was a trap, used to be a
Oh,
trap door
yeah,
there. So that's where the trap door was located. So some pretty cool stories with that. We heard they not only did they roll down barrels of alcohol when they were being raided
Prohibition and stuff.
during Prohibition, right? But we also heard stories that they probably brought people down here through these stairs. And then, if that in fact is true, most likely they put them in this room here.
What were they doing
This
with
is
them?
the cell. So there actually used to be bars on this little
On the door?
little doorway. This would be probably the most active in terms of physical things happening to people.
Down here?
In this room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have stood out here and watched people get scratched and bitten and pinched and touched and just, really, just really mean, bad sounding, voices and things like that out of that room. So
Very nice.
yeah, but a lot of times, and not always, but sometimes people are provoking.
Yeah, we'll be,
If you guys are into that, that's no problem.
we'll be
That's
doing a little bit of that.
totally up to you. I think I'm a little bit of the provoker of my group as well, so totally understand it. But
Yeah.
some people, are not so comfortable. But I've had things also thrown at me in here. We do hear growls, a lot of shuffling footsteps, especially coming from around that area right there. Just strange lights we've seen in here. And the equipment does go off, especially quite a bit in this little cell.
Okay, cool.
All right, and
This
then we'll
is
come this
beautiful,
way.
beautiful. Love it.
I've had some things happen to me in here too. I actually had my wrist grabbed in here. You can see some old bullet holes in the door,
Oh, wow.
bullet holes in the wall there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So there's a lot of history in this building, especially when the mob owned this building. There was some pretty cool stuff, crazy stuff that went on in here for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so in here, this is the room of faces.
I just got so lightheaded.
Yeah.
In here, oh yeah, yeah. So if you kind of look at the wall, just span the walls, and you'll see
Faces.
why people call it the room.
Oh, I can see them in the brick.
Yeah.
There's a really, really big one.
Yeah.
Check this one out.
Yeah,
Right there.
that's one that people usually notice right away, especially when you first.
Looks like the Phantom of the Opera.
Very creepy,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, I think this is really mostly like erosion, water staining, because this wall does get really wet when it rains a lot. But still very, very cool. It does have some really pretty creepy faces. But in here, we also have people who claim that they've been touched and things like that in here. But some people get very emotional to the point where they're sobbing and they have to leave, or other people have become very angry and had to leave and had to be removed. And I don't know if you recall Zach with Ghost Adventures, he was one of them. He became very angry.
Yeah.
Don't pushing the wall was it?
Yeah, and we had to take him out. Yeah. So yeah, things like that happen in here. Again, you'll see shadows, EVPs of kids' voices, which is why we have some of the little stuffed animals and stuff laying around here that people bring in.
Okay.
We've had quite a few EVPs of little kids, which is really creepy. If you guys have ever heard an EVP of a kid, it's kind of disturbing.
We get those a lot.
Yeah, it's a
They
little.
talk to us a lot.
The one that really tripped me out, we actually have a kid talking to us, but when I have my headphones on, it's a man and a child talking the exact same time.
Oh wow, yeah.
So the people are saying that's like demon.
Exactly. I mean, that is one of the theories. How do you know? Really, it's a kid.
Right.
There, it could be, something
Well,
that's trying to get your trust, and you're not.
I have
gonna
an
be
EVP on my YouTube channel. It's clear as day, like we're talking. It says, "They hate me."
Oh
Woman.
yeah, that's
Oh
right.
wow!
Yeah, I caught a woman, and I think her name was Gloria.
I'll have to check out your
All-
YouTube channel. That's
All
pretty
the
cool.
houses are tore down now that we did. There's 5
Aw.
abandoned houses right next to each other.
Wow.
And we got to do them.
Very cool.
One was the House of Dolls,
Yeah.
and then the rest were just abandoned houses. I thought they were going to refurbish, but they ended up
We
tearing
ended
them
up
down.
tearing them down. Yeah.
Mhm. That was really sad.
So down here, this is the area where there are dressing rooms.
Mhm.
And it looks like some people's kind of set up. I don't know what they're doing here.
Huh.
That wasn't there the other day. So there are some dressing rooms here.
Oh, wow.
See, a couple of them have like. If you wanted to see them.
Did someone get hung or something in one of these?
So Johanna, the legend is that Johanna, which is, she was supposedly one of these showgirls here. The stories are that she hung herself